Chapter 6: COVID-19 and the Shadowy Trusted News Initiative. How it systematically censors the world's top public health experts. Elizabeth Woodworth, retired health science librarian, BC Ministry of Health. Elizabeth Woodworth is a retired head health sciences librarian, environmental librarian, British Columbia Government, 1971 to 2002, and author of What Can I Do? Citizen Strategies for Nuclear Disarmament, carried by UN bookstores and discussed in Canada's House of Commons. The following chapter is being read for the author by Sally Day. Abstract. What do the inventor of mRNA technology, the lead author of the most downloaded paper on COVID-19 in the American Journal of Medicine, a former editor of the American Journal of Epidemiology, renowned epidemiologists at Harvard, Stanford and Oxford, and France's leading microbiologist have in common? They have all been censored by a repressive media network that most people have never heard of. This network has monstrously conceived and conveyed a monopoly of legitimate information. Exposing this censorship of eminent voices is especially vital to the fate of children and youth who are being aggressively targeted for low-benefit, sometimes lethal inoculations. Since early in the COVID-19 pandemic, which according to the World Health Organization kills only 0.23% of those infected, enormous fear and panic have been fueled by the hourly drumbeat of a one-voice media. An international process of editorial standardization has delivered unprecedented news coverage of the monopolized message. 1. The pandemic threatens the survival of all humanity. 2. There is no therapy to cure the sick. 3. It is necessary to confine the whole population. And 4. The delivery will come only from a vaccine. Many people have been dismayed by the singularity of this propaganda and how it could possibly have been achieved. That is the subject of this essay. Introduction: How the TNI got started. On June 24, 2021, a report from the Oxford-based Reuters Institute revealed that trust in the US media, ranking last among 46 countries, has descended to an all-time low of 29%. Meanwhile, Canadian trust in media has sunk to 45%. This downward spiral can only mean that people are going elsewhere for their news, a trend that has likely been accelerated by the emergence of a shadowy global censorship network called the Trusted News Initiative, TNI. In July 2019, before the pandemic, the UK and Canadian governments hosted the FCO Global Conference on Media Freedom, where then BBC director Tony Hall announced, "Last month I convened, behind closed doors, a trusted news summit at the BBC, which brought together global tech platforms and publishers. The goal was to arrive at a practical set of actions we can take together, right now, to tackle the rise of misinformation and bias. I'm determined that we use that BBC unique reach and trusted voice to lead the way, to create a global alliance for integrity in news. We're ready to do even more to help promote freedom and democracy worldwide." The initial trusted news partners in attendance were the European Broadcasting Union, EBU, Facebook, Financial Times, First Draft, Google, The Hindu, and The Wall Street Journal. This was the embryonic start of a soon-to-become global media-wide early warning system that would rapidly alert medias to disinformation which threatens human life or disrupts democracy during elections. Where did the idea come from? The BBC had earlier responded to a call for evidence from the House of Lords Select Committee on Democracy and Digital Technology, citing in its first footnote a June 3, 2019 BBC blog entitled Tackling Misinformation. The first point of that blog referred to a pre-pandemic March 3, 2019 BBC News report that anti-vaxxers were gaining traction on social media as part of a fake news movement, spreading misleading and dangerous information. The June 3 blog also claimed a mammoth online scale of deceitful business practices and hate speech as problems
To listen to the remainder of this essay and the 33 other essays, please visit Audible, Apple Books, or Amazon to receive your copy in print, ebook, or audio. Thank you.